Welcome to Info Live TV. I'm Donna Rudolph. Here's your news. Egyptian authorities have arrested a 27-year-old Israeli-American student living in Cairo on charges of espionage. According to the semi-official Al Haram daily newspaper, Ilan Grappel is a Mossad officer who tried to sabotage the Egyptian revolution. His father, Daniel, has denied that his son is a spy. Grappel had moved to Israel from the United States, served in the IDF, and was wounded in the Second Lebanon War in 2006. He has studied Islam and the Middle East and speaks Arabic, though the fact that he appears to have been traveling under his real name and that his connections to Israel would have been easy to find on the internet appear to suggest it was unlikely that he was a Mossad agent. Yigal Palmore, a spokesman for the Israel's foreign ministry, said Egyptian authorities have yet to officially inform Israel about the arrest of an Israeli citizen on espionage charges. According to Israel Radio, the United States gave Netanyahu an ultimatum on renewing negotiations with the Palestinians. According to the ultimatum, Netanyahu has to decide within a month whether he agrees to accept U.S. President Obama's proposal and resume talks based on 1967 lines. Washington is pressuring Netanyahu to accede to its proposal to resume Israeli-Palestinian peace talks on the basis of U.S. President Barack Obama's May 19th speech. Netanyahu's personal envoy, Isaac Malot, spent last week in Washington, where the Americans presented their proposal for resuming talks on the basis of Obama's speech. Specifically, Obama's plan calls for negotiating over borders and security first, while deferring issues such as Jerusalem and the refugees until later. It also calls for the borders to be based on the 1967 lines with mutually agreed land swaps. Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi said Monday that Middle East peace can only be reached through negotiations, keeping to Italy's position rejecting any unilateral actions such as recognition of a Palestinian state by the United Nations General Assembly. Berlusconi spoke at a joint news conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is in Italy to rally opposition to Palestinian plans to have the General Assembly recognize a Palestinian state in September. The Italian leader, asked about the Palestinian Unity Government and a UN resolution on statehood, said he didn't believe unilateral solutions either by the Palestinians or Israel can bring peace. Peace is possible only with negotiations, Berlusconi said. Italy is one of Israel's closest friends in Europe, and last month Berlusconi said Italy would only recognize the Palestinian Unity Government that renounces terrorism and recognizes Israel's right to exist. Berlusconi offered to host peace talks. British Foreign Secretary William Hague accused Iran of helping Syria quell anti-government protests, providing equipment and logistical support on how to crush the opposition. Hague criticized Iran's hypocrisy in world affairs. The UK Foreign Secretary's comments come after Britain's top diplomat in Iran was summoned last Thursday in Tehran to reject similar accusation the UK government had made about Syria-Iran ties during the upheavals in Syrian cities from Damascus to Jazr al-Shugar, despite strong British, French, and American support for a UN resolution condemning violent Syrian crackdown. There has been no clear effort to initiate an international military intervention in the country's international affairs. At least 1,100 Syrian civilians have been killed in the ongoing conflict in Syria as demonstrators and activists call for the ousting of Assad, who has been in power for 11 years. Pro-Palestinian activists have issued a Facebook call urging supporters to stage yet another march, the Return March, to coincide with the arrival of the second Gaza-bound flotilla planned for late June. The organizers said that this march is meant to commemorate Nakba Day and Naksa Day casualties. Once again, they urge participants to storm all of Israel's borders. Abd al-Latif Abu Daba, one of the organizers, claimed in a post that the planned march would see more participants than the marches organized on Nakba Day and Naksa Day. He also claimed that organizing it was much more complex, as it is supposed to be perfectly synchronized with the arrival of the next sail to Gaza. I call on the Arab and Muslim world to march on this day for the just and legitimate cause, Abu Dhabi said, adding that the previous marches have proven Israel's inability to handle such events. The flotilla march organizers also aim, according to their Facebook page, to declare the end to the Arab Peace Initiative and to see Israel's UN membership suspended over the expulsion of the refugees. I'm Donna Rudolph. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.